What is up, everybody? How are we doing? Happy March 2nd. And really, I don't know how many people will actually watch this. I don't even know how long I'm going to take to cover this, but just kind of wanted to document this day. Um, really, the last probably 72 hours have been pretty crazy. And, kicked off with last week, I guess Wednesday, with the Surge pre party at church for all the kids. And then Surge Conference Friday and Saturday. It was just a lot of time to get to be a part of the next generation and to see what God is doing here in Venice, Florida with our church and honestly several churches that attended Surge Conference. It was amazing. Hey, Amy. um, and it was just amazing. They got to serve church yesterday, and it was my first time stepping into a leadership role at my local church on Sundays. And the team that I had, because of the people that showed up, it was just me, Sarah, and Dad. And it was amazing that got to be the first huddle that I led. And the first team that I got to have was the woman I love and my father. And that was amazing. And because of all the serving over the last 3 days, I decided to take off today. So slept in, got up late, actually woke up with the girls waking me up. I was sleeping in a little bit. I looked over, I saw Sarah was over there reading her Bible, which was awesome. And then suddenly Mia and Ella ran in and came in and woke me up. I said, Derek, come on, get up, get up. Because last night they didn't want to go to sleep because they wanted to stay up with me and mommy. And it was amazing. And I told them, like, all right, girls, I have vanilla protein. They didn't know it was protein. I have vanilla ice cream ready for you girls in the morning. And I named it off. Like, we got Oreo Thins, we got Golden Oreo Thins, we got gummy bears, we got Teddy Grahams, we got peanut butter. What else? I said a few other things. Like, we got marshmallows. I named all these things, and they ran in here and they were ready for the ice cream. And so we went and grabbed. Mia went and grabbed all of the toppings that I mentioned the night before. Had them all out on the counter ready to go. We mixed up the ice cream, went through that, and we got to start the day with like an hour of just ice cream, assorted things, taking photos. It was in my story today. Just an absolute amazing way to start the day. A year ago, Mom passed away, and it was a very hard time. And it was a day of reflecting. And you guys may have seen the story that I posted a while ago. I made a reel out of it. I've talked about it a few times as my actual testimony, and it was where I was like, Mom, I hope I'm making you proud. And I got a message from somebody else, like direct connection from God. I have just no doubt in my mind. And it was a message that they literally, like, I don't know why I need to tell you this, but I woke up this morning and I had this overwhelming feeling to tell you that your mom is proud of you. And man, that was within like 12 hours of the conversation I had with God about that, about I hope mom is proud. And it's just insane. And it's like I look back now, I look where things are at, and I know I've made mistakes since mom passed. Last year had a lot of mistakes. It had a lot of stress and worry and fear and anxiety and just all these tools the enemy uses to bring us down and pull us off course. And God was there through it all for me. I've told several people, I literally, to this day, most nights, like when I'm at home, like I'm sleeping with the Bible with me. Like any chance I get to have it. Like, 'cause there were times where I felt so alone and scared, and I just wanted that comfort. I knew Jesus was always there. And just incredible. The relationship I've been able to have with him over this last year. I mean, I had someone ask me a few weeks back, they were like, respectfully, like, you didn't really have a hard life per se. Like, what brought you to Christ? And, it's almost like I live with this survivor's guilt. I really truly believe when it comes back to 2024, that November, my coach posted a story with a church in it. And from there, I decided to start listening every week. And it's like, yeah, I did choose to take that action and to follow God in that moment and follow what he was offering me. But I just really feel that God came to me and said, hey, look, you're about to have the hardest year of your life, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and you're going to need me. So I'm going to bring you close. And it's been incredible. There's been so much growth in my life and such an abundant amount of joy, even in the worst of times. As someone would probably see it as the worst of times. There's just been so much joy, and I just this day being a year after mom passed, it's been hard on me, on dad, on the family, even just friends of the family, people that were very close with her, and yet I can look at it and say, this is one of the best days of my life today. Waking up with those girls, seeing the joy on their face, making the ice cream, and just sitting down, taking goofy photos with them. And then the days, thank you, Amy. I can truly say I believe I'm making her proud. And that brings me a lot of joy to be able to say it with confidence. As the day went on, we tried to get some things done around the house. We meal prepped, me and Sarah meal prepped at least. That got done. Came up with the best chicken parm bowl I've ever made. It is phenomenal. We even put it on the broiler and got it crispy with the breadcrumbs, and man, I'm going to try and do that at work because we got an air fryer and I need to try because that was so good. But, we got to do all that, which was great. And then the girls came home and we went for a workout in the rain. I grabbed my 60-pound bag. I want to make the reel. I'm either making it tonight or tomorrow. I'll get it posted. But Ella is 4 years old, weighs about 40 pounds. Mia is 7 years old, weighs about 60 pounds. So been doing this workout with my 60-pound bag. And I want to call it this the Chad 1000 and other workouts named after other people. I want to name this one the Tina A2 Mile. For A2I, Tina, my mom's name, all of that. But it's a 2-mile workout. With the 60-pound bag, you can do it with whatever you want. But basically, you're jogging, and every 10th of a mile, you drop down and you do a burpee. But basically, you do that, and then for the first 10th, you do that. Second 10th, third 10th, the fourth 10th of the mile, you hold the bag in front of you, in front carry it, which sucks. And you do that for 5 rounds. You do it for 2 miles. And did that in the rain. Mia was out running with me. Ella was on the bike. Sarah was out jogging and running with us. And it was just amazing. It was a double rainbow. I'm just trying to think of this entire day. I want to document it. I want to have this video for the future because it was just amazing. And then we come in from that, and they're proud of me. I mean, I was out there, and Mia was next to me, 7 years old, and she's like, Derek, you don't have to do that. You can just stop. And I got to have that moment with her. I was like, the reason we keep going is so we can get stronger. She's like, if I did this, I would be throwing up. I'm like, yeah. The reason that I'm not throwing up is I pushed past those moments, and I kept going. And it just gives me these opportunities to minister to the children, and it's such an amazing moment. I have what I want to mention in that reel that I want to post is the amazing fathers and men that I've had in my life besides my own dad. I look at people like Sal Frisella, Ed Milet, Josh Stively, soon to be TJ Lefevre, Sam Funderburk. Just there's a whole bunch of people that are around me, and they're these amazing dads. And one message I get from every single one of them is that kids are caught, not taught. It's not about what you tell them. It's about what you do and what they see. That's the standard that they're going to live up to. That's the standard of man they're going to look up to. Those little girls, I need to be a good example so they understand what it looks like when a man loves a woman, when they care about a woman, how they're supposed to treat a woman. I'm going to be that part of that standard for them. I take that very serious. And it's all of these things are going through my mind as I'm on this workout and, doing more than I quote unquote have to do. And it was amazing doing that workout and getting to go through it all. And then we're coming home and we're just hanging out in the kitchen, and the littlest, Ella, she loves me so much, and she stresses going to bed without me. She never wants to let go. And so Mia, the 7-year-old, made a little brown paper bag version of me. It had a First Form shirt with the P. It had First Form above it. It had a mohawk on the bag. So basically, Ella would have a little version of me to keep with her. I wound up stuffing one of my clean tank tops in the bag so it had something for me in it. But it's just been the most incredible moments. And while we're out there, I decided, you know what? I'm making protein pancakes. First time I got to make them here. It drives Sarah nuts that I can just throw together ingredients and make really good stuff. So I used the level 1 maple butter waffle and made amazing pancakes. We topped it with Cocoa Whip, and me and Mommy had them with some Biscoff. It was freaking good. But it's just this whole season of life has just been on one hand so busy, but on the other just absolutely blessed and full of everything I've been ever asking for. And it's so crazy. It's like, yeah, the fitness journey isn't everything that it was before. I'm still training for the High Rocks. I'm still gonna do it. I just all my goals are different through the lens of, obviously I'm not the father, but I'm a father figure, and it's just a different level of. I don't want to be like, no, girls, I can't enjoy this with you because I have to track every single bit of food. So it is different now. There is a different aspect to it. I'm still making sure I'm taking care of my foundational nutritional gaps. I'm supplementing when I need to supplement, taking care of my body in the areas I need to. But it's just a matter of still being intentional, being present with the kids, and just having these moments, and just wrapping up the night right before I got here with you guys. They're laying down for bed, they're getting ready, and they're asking like what are voices you can do, and I was just doing a Trump impression just to make them laugh, and just seeing them laughing their ass off, man, and just giggling and smiling and like not wanting me to leave the room again. It's just been a blessing after a blessing, and it's just I'm looking at this all right now, a year after mom passed away, and I just know, gosh, I know she is absolutely full of joy. I know she's so happy, and I know I'll see her again. I know she's here with me right now. She's always with me. But man, I wish I could just talk to her and just hear what she'd have to say. But I think that's really about it. It's just been an amazing day, and I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to make the reel tonight or the post or anything, so I just wanted to put this out there and post it to the socials and then just save it for myself so I have this record. So if there's any value that you get from this, cool. I hope it in some way does. I hope maybe this testimony brings you closer to Christ, or maybe brings you closer to your family. Maybe it raises your standard for the kids in your life, whether you have any, or if it's just the youth around you. Because I started this whole thing talking about Surge Conference with church and getting to see the fire in the hearts of those kids for Jesus. It's amazing. But just extremely grateful. Just wanted to pour that out there to social media. So, whoever took the time to watch this, I appreciate you. I love you for it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and get after it and make progress and stay intentional and be present and just make the most of your life. But God bless you guys. I'll catch y'all later.